What's going on, everybody? Another episode of the Do Say Friday podcast with my man Rel Carter in the building, back from Dallas. We got some special guests in the building after this whole WrestleMania weekend. We have Big Cass and Enzo Amore in the building.
Formerly known as, baby. We got Enzo and Cass XL. We are
it's
Free
honor,
Agent Z, baby.
This was my gift to Rel Carter because he's a huge wrestling fan. So
Speaking of which, you were at WrestleMania, I believe, right?
I was.
You missed the biggest thing to happen this weekend wasn't at WrestleMania,
was
though.
at the Garden.
Well,
You weren't at the Garden Saturday. Huh?
that's why we had to have you guys up here because
Yeah.
went absolutely viral on Twitter and all social media. If you guys want to get into what exactly transpired at the event, set the record straight.
Yeah, I mean, so this has been something coming into fruition for a long time. Me and Cass have been planning this out since about, what would you say, 04, 05?
I didn't know you then, but all right.
Describe what happened at the Garden, the event, everything for our non-wrestling
We
fans.
showed up, baby.
Yeah, so you know, Enzo and myself, you know, we've gone through our trials and tribulations over the past 2 years, and we wanted to make a name for ourselves, and we didn't want to wait around for someone to come to us, so we just went to it, and we went to G1 and just hopped around.
How are you going to have G1 without G's, for one?
Certified.
How are you going to have MSG without a G in it?
Certified, geez.
Yeah, you know, we're still certified, baby. We're still bona fide. We're still the realest in the room.
I caught the shirt.
We proved it, you know.
I caught the shirt that you guys had
Yeah,
on.
so these
pretty-
you can
pretty
get on
sick.
realonesshop.com, realonesshop.com,
Super
as
dope.
seen on me and Big Cass XL over here at the garden party that we throw.
The Garden.
In the garden. Oh, Donnybrook at the garden. I'm still wearing the effects of it. So, I mean, if you watched it and you saw it, and you tell me what's what. I mean, you can't.
I need to see this.
I gotta be
I'm
honest,
looking at
I'm-
his eye and
So
his eye.
for our
I'm still pretty
audience out
punch
there, it
drunk.
was the Ring of Honor, right?
Yeah, man. You know,
Event in
and
Madison
to
Square Garden.
make this clear right now, me and Kaz XL are Free Agent Z. That is our collective group name, Free Agent Z. All right. We have not signed a deal with anyone, not for music, not for entertainment, not for wrestling.
So you're the hottest free agents.
We
on
are the
market.
hottest free agents in the world right now.
Does that include women too, or are you guys single?
The
or-
hottest.
Well, actually, it's funny. You know,
Do you know what hottest
I meant
means?
free agents.
Some people
as
would
far
say they
as
were single, but I've been known to be seen around
Elaborate.
with a particular girl lately, so I wouldn't call myself single. So, ladies, you could either eat your heart out or eat my girl out. How you doing?
And what's up with Big Cass? What's the?
Oh, that was cold,
What's your
bro.
Facebook status, Cass?
My Facebook status is single all the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so-
no. Just playing my
single,
cards
bro.
right.
You
So-
should see me on Tinder. I'm a hot commodity. Swipe like walking.
We were at your place last week, and we were swiping. We were in the same.
I got a
girls.
funny story about my Tinder situation. We were landed on some of the same broads, but you know what it is, what it is.
Wait,
So listen to
you're
this
really-
Tinder situation I got going, all right? So I'm out at Belly's birthday party in 2016 in Hollywood, and you know, I got Drake, Amber Rose, the weekend. Everybody's there, and I'm there with my homies from high school, who I lived in a house in the hills with. All my homies from Waldwick, New Jersey, little small town.
Bergen County. Yeah.
Bergen County, baby, 201 represent. So NJ all day. We're in the crib, and I'm like, bro, like starstruck at times. Like, I don't know, bro. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? You know what I mean? Like, I'm a pro wrestler. I have no idea how I got in this place. I'm like, I'm nervous to talk to people. You know, people call me over to them. Like,
Wait,
Drake.
the great Enzo Amore is nervous to talk
I don't
to
have a
somebody.
nervous bone in my body, but, I might need a cocktail or two to get me going. So I'm
like
over at the
Buddha.
bar. You know what I mean?
When you
I've
ha-
seen it. I've seen it.
When you have this guy holding you down, I wouldn't be nervous of anything.
No, nothing. You know what's crazy about Cass is he tell you, you know how we know that nobody knows what I'm about to do, Cass?
How's that?
Because I don't even know what I'm about to do.
He just does his thing, and I back him up.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I got a guy who's got my back here for life, and I got his back for
kinda
life, and
how
that's
it
what
is.
it boils down to. But I'm at
Better
this.
not fucking lie. What is it?
For me and Rel, I'm like, anybody want to fight?
No, it's not.
Yo,
Nope.
Rel, handle it. Handle your business, Rel.
That's a lie.
He's a he-do.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm at this party, and I'm surrounded by every celebrity you can have imagined, but I'm at the bar, and I meet the one and only guy who I should meet in this day and time, the only guy who was important, the guy who came up with Tinder. Okay? So I get to shooting the shit with the guy who created Tinder.
Is his name Tinder?
Yeah, I don't know his name.
Joe Tender.
Joe
So
Tinder.
I probably haven't saved in
Joe
my phone.
Tinder, come here.
So the guy takes my phone, creates, you know, you need like a social security card nowadays to make a freaking Facebook. So he takes my phone. Next thing you know, he's like, what do you want your name to be? I'm like, Esteban Apples. So ladies, if you see Esteban Apples out there on Tinder, that's me. So he takes my phone, he makes a fake Facebook, makes a fake Tinder, and then he says to me, he goes, there's an algorithm in your Tinder that only good-looking girls will pop up on your Tinder, and you will be the first person to pop up on theirs if you're in their area.
Wow.
And it's called Tinder Select. And there's some celebrities that have Tinder Select. I'm one of them. He gave me this code, though, that I can only give it to one other person. I gave it to Luke Gallows. And me and him would be out.
Gallows?
Oh, bro. Me and him would be Tinder selecting from Australia to freaking New Zealand to Japan.
I would imagine,
Oh,
like,
wow.
He look like he needs Tinder, though.
And the people don't believe it's you. You know what I'm
Do
saying?
you know who Luke Gallows is? Look him up on. I'm gonna show you.
I don't even know who that is. But
He's
the,
a wrestler.
Oh.
I'm gonna
sounds-
show you what he looks
the
like.
name sounds awesome.
Hey, Luke Gallows does pretty good on the
He
Tinder
does-
game.
he does well
They
for
clean
himself.
up, bro.
Very
These
well.
tall guys, they got it better than us,
Oh,
Puzo.
yeah.
Forget it. They see the height of the guy, the girls just, you know, they get curious.
You trying to? That was like a while.
I would swipe left.
Right here's where Luke Gallows
For the
gets all
record,
the
I swipe left
best
on him,
and
but
free
that's
pub he
nothing
can
personal
get.
against
I
Mr.
once said on TV to Luke Gallows, so the only time women open their mouth for you is when they yawn.
Wow, you got some.
Burn them.
Speaking of like what got me into like you two, it was the catchphrases. Not to mention you guys are great wrestlers, but the catchphrase and the way that you guys
Been known to put on a
the way you guys
technical
work
spectacle.
the way you guys
these
work
two.
a crowd is it's amazing, man. Like we were talking about how you guys go to different countries and people can't speak English, but they know, and he's
Try it.
7 feet tall.
Yeah.
And
That's
you
all you
can't
know.
beat that.
Well, I can't teach that motherfucker.
Oh, teach
Show you
that.
the
Whatever.
word.
I'm trying.
You can't
I'm trying.
beat that either. You
Can't
saw
beat
us at
that.
the
You can't teach that.
G1. What's
I
up?
gave you something new. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I'll
Cass.
tell you this. Like, so I don't know if I've ever told this story before. Maybe once or twice. But Enzo, he came down for his tryout at FCW, and you know we got in the ring. He'd never wrestled before, so like everybody looks terrible when they're in the ring. But then we got to promo class with Dusty Rhodes, and this guy cut a promo, and I was sitting next to Byron Saxon, and he could tell you this. I remember I said, if they sign this guy, me and him have something special. And lo and behold, they signed him. Why'd they sign this guy? And then he came in, and I was like, we're going to do something special. I just knew, because the guy's got the gift of gab, man.
And the gift of jab. Watch the footage back. Watch the fucking footage.
Hey, how you doing? How you
You
doing?
know?
No, the chemistry. I mean, Rel's a huge wrestling guy himself, so I noticed the chemistry right away. Pretty
Yeah,
sick.
no, we just, for us, it started off quickly. The Yankee game, first week into town. First day. Yankees are playing the Devil Rays. I don't know wrestlers. I don't know nothing about it. Like, I'm brand new. I just like taking one of you guys off the street and go, hey, here, fucking make it. You know what I mean? I didn't know. So Cass, I knew was a Yankees fan. I'm like, you want to go to the game? Hit it off that day. First of all, Yankee Stadium, if you're a goer of Yankee Stadium, you know, security's pretty tight there.
Oh, they're sniping you.
Yeah, so I walked into the Devil Rays game. I looked up at Cass, and I was like, dude, is there even security here? And we walked down, and we watched 8 innings with our elbows on the dugout. Nobody even asked us.
And Jeter gave us the
Yup.
hi-oh.
We
Like,
had
were
Jeter.
like, yo,
Wow.
Yeah.
I saw Jeter and
That's
A-Rod,
legendary.
2012. Jeter and A-Rod coming in and out of the dugout. We're elbows on the dugout just like this. These guys are as far away as you are
Tickets
from me.
on the roof, by the way.
Yeah, we bought $10 tickets. Then they come up to us. They come up to us 8 innings, and they're like, hey, are you guys supposed to be sitting here? And I just looked at them like, no, bro. Yeah, thanks, dude. So, you know, from that day on, me and him, we shared something in common. That was the New York Yankees, and still to this day, we still share that in common.
To have Derek Jeter in his own
Wow.
backyard.
No, we
That's-
got it, man. It
that's
was cool as hell, you
legendary.
know. And that was the first time me and Cass ever hung out. So that was a you know,
So
friendship.
how did you guys reconnect? Because I know there was a
Honestly, I was at a autograph signing for in Comic Con in London or Ontario, Canada. Oh no, it was in Chicago, and I met the Road Warriors for the first time, and by that I mean Animal, because Hawk is no longer
that
with
was
us.
Demolition, right? At one time.
Nah, man, the guys with the shoulder pads and the spikes
The
coming
Road
out of
Warriors.
them. The Road
Legion of
Warriors.
Doom,
The
baby.
Legion
Don't
of
know
Doom,
nothing.
baby.
Oh,
what a rush. Come on,
Here
face
comes
paint
the
mohawks.
axe, Here comes the smash. That's different. That's
No,
Yeah,
different.
different.
Yeah,
That's
you
different.
The
different.
Yeah.
demolition.
That's very
What? That's like a fucking cartoon.
That's what I. No, that's wrestling, bro. I know more than you know. You
No,
know
you
what
don't. I No.
Demolition, right?
No, Road Warriors are different.
Road
from
Warriors are
Demolition.
Same kind of
Different guys. They got quite a different reaction.
Thank you, Brian. See, the management always backs me up.
Touche.
You're a guy in the
You're
back.
drunk.
What else?
I had 2 drinks.
Have
You're
a little
fucking
do
pink.
say. So, if I do say so myself,
Go ahead.
the Road Warriors were savages. Were the biggest in the 80s and 90s. The biggest tag team. They ring bells when they walk in and out of arenas. They get what we call in the business a Road Warrior pop. That means when you walk through the curtain, people go nuts. And me and Cass, if I'm being humbly aware right now, are the Road Warriors of our generation, the social media era. When we show up, people go fucking nuts. All right? And they were best friends in real life. And that's what I had happen was I was sitting there at an autograph signing by myself. Animal was at an autograph signing by himself. And Animal was telling me stories of Hawk in the days of old and wrestling. And I said to myself, man, this is wrong that me and Cass don't talk. We ain't friends. And not within...
I'd say enemies at that point.
Enemies,
Yeah.
bitter enemies,
So it was
honestly.
real, though, wasn't
it was
it?
real
Oh,
heat.
yeah.
It was real beef. Hated each other. And that is due to the alpha male-driven toxicity that exists in a wrestling locker room. You know what I mean? And the tough guy mentality that exists in competition to make it to the. It is a competitive world, and that world can pull the best of friends apart, and it did for us. But it was more so something that happened on TV that translated into real life. Because quite frankly, that becomes so real, and the lines become blurred and minced. And when we were out there on television, the 2 hottest stars in the entire company, the #1 merchandise sellers, we got pulled apart. Now we were at
Kicked your face off.
Yep, he did, and they had and I wouldn't let anybody else do that for me. If you saw us at MSG, I don't lay down for no man. I laid down for this guy. So, with that said, I thought to myself, I should be talking to Cass again. He reached out to me a couple times. Within a week, he had a seizure on House of Hardcore, a show in front of 1,500 people. And he went down like a ton of bricks, and it was a health concern. And when I saw that, I said to myself, holy shit, this guy who's my best friend, who I've seen the world with for 6 years, who has experienced highs and lows with me unlike any other human, I might have lost forever that day, and I might not ever be able to talk to him.
I almost died. Like they said, if I would have felt a different way, so apparently when you have a seizure in your head, if your head gets concussed, like you can die. So like they told me in the hospital, they were like, if you would have felt a different way or something, you would have been dead.
Wow.
So
Did
when
it
he
happen in the ring?
No, it happened at so what was happening was I was after intermission on the show. I was supposed to have a segment with somebody else in the car. I don't want to talk about who or what. It was going to be really cool. So I was supposed to have a segment with somebody, and they were like at intermission you got to go out and sign, because at intermission you sign some more autographs and say hello to fans. So I remember I was putting water in my hair, like I do. He knows, like right before I go out, like I got to get my hair like.
I'm not one of them wet wrestlers, yo. Not one of them wet wrestlers.
So I was putting water in my hair, and then that's the last thing I remember. And then I came to in an ambulance, and
Been there
that's when they
before.
told me what had happened. And I didn't know, like I didn't visually see because like I blacked out completely. Because that's what happens to your brain when you have a seizure. So I came to in the ambulance, and then they told me what had happened. And it was pretty scary, man. And then this guy reached out to me because we had talked a little bit beforehand, and he reached out. And
I came to visit him in a hospital.
Yeah, your truest friends really show their true colors when things go
Absolutely.
wrong, man.
Absolutely.
And he did. He came to visit me in the hospital and all that. So.
It's a tough, crazy place, the wrestling world and the business of it. But sometimes things like that put a lot in perspective for you. And I knew that I needed to reach out to him, and through that process came probably the craziest, greatest comeback in the history of the business at Madison Square Garden. In video footage that has gone viral beyond anybody's comprehension, articles. We trended #1 in the world over March Madness at one point, over
we were talking about it before the show
WWE
started.
Hall of Fame. And there's still a lot of mystery and intrigue as to what happened there.
How did you guys out-trend March Madness? That's insane. How big of a crowd wrestling is.
Because we're the
Wow,
best.
cooler
we're the
than all
road
60
warriors
cooler
of
than all
our
64
generation.
Cool than all
Wrestling fans are
64
way
colleges.
bigger than NCAA fans.
That's
Because
amazing,
as you
man.
mentioned earlier, in a global marketing mechanism that is the WWE, a worldwide entertainment enterprise, places like India, Peru, Ecuador, Japan,
the whole
China,
world is tuned
you have
in.
the whole world tuned in, right? But they don't. They are tuned in because wrestling is a story, and you could tell that story without having to speak any language from bell to bell. Ding,
Right.
ding, ding. That story is just like fighting. People box each other, right? You see a Triple G come over and fight, a guy like Canelo from Mexico in a place like America. It doesn't matter what language you speak, but the unique thing about it is because of the global marketing mechanism, a guy like The Roc can be out there and go, the millions, and they go, the millions of Roc's fans. Me and Cass took a page out of that book when we started this journey, and it was through introducing ourselves everywhere we ever went. My name is Enzo Amore. I'm a certified G, and this is Big Cass. He's 7 foot tall. I can't teach that. Bada boom. Right? We say this everywhere we go in the world.
By the way, that's going to be our drop for the podcast. 'Cause
Bada
we need
boom.
to hear that. We need to hear that one more time. But to me, it's amazing that and you guys can't say it, but I watched this show on HBO, the John Oliver documentary.
Yep.
And it kind of showed how I know you
I
guys
saw
can't
that
really,
too.
You guys can't really
It's not
elaborate
that
on
we
it, but-
can't elaborate
Well,
on it. It's
Yeah,
just
I saw it after you told me about it.
it's crazy to see that piece. But to be quite honest and quite frank, like we're not bitter about where we came from and the people that gave us the opportunity that we had to
cool.
create.
They treated us very well.
Right.
And like I'm not
They gave you
bitter.
a platform
They
to-
gave
to-
me
to-
the
to-
WWE gave us a
Right,
platform that was unlike any other, and we're not bitter. We're not upset. We're just free agent Z, and that means that we are our own bosses. BYOB, not bring your own beer, be your own boss. All right, we will sign the dotted line with non-compete. And no exclusivity attached.
So will
you
you-
want a 1-off? You want a 2-off? You want a 3-off?
wrestle
We'll do it for
anybody right
WWE. We'll do it for
Anybody.
Will you wrestle
anybody. We'll wrestle anywhere. Whoever our fans are that want to
So, Rel,
see
you
us.
heard that. Set up a match. Me and you versus them.
I'm not
Bad move.
I'm not fighting
I
with
would,
you.
I would
We'll
just,
set an
you
8-foot
guys
ladder
don't know how
over.
fast I run. I can
Hang a
just-
bag
I'll
of
just sprint
money
the
over the
other
ring.
direction. Yeah, that was. I shouldn't
Still
have-
not fighting with you.
shouldn't have said that.
I don't care what the stipulations are. I'm not fighting with Puzo.
Fighting is not one of my strengths. So let's change that. But you guys, what's next for free agency? Like, what do you guys have? How could they find you? What's the?
Well, we just
What's
shot
the
a
next step for you
TV
guys?
pilot, which was. It's an interesting world to be a free agent in the market that currently exists in pro wrestling, because the monopoly that once was is not necessarily not a monopoly anymore, but opportunities across the globe are reemerging for free agent pro wrestlers, and shows are being sold out in arenas like Madison Square Garden that are not Vince McMahon.
I'd imagine you two could probably sell out your own.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly. So why would we sign a non-compete, be on the road 300 days in a year, make 2.5% of merchandise? We're just not going to go that route again, because we've had the opportunity to do it,
Right.
which was incredible, but we took advantage of it. And the onus is on us now on what we do next, because we are the guinea pigs of a social media era where I got fired with a title around my waist. The night before he got fired, he was working Daniel Bryan in a 30-minute main event match for a title. I mean, the things that are going on in pro wrestling right now with other companies, other promotions, other opportunities, we'd be dumb to sign our souls. I'm not going to sign my soul away. I'm sorry. I'm enjoying my free time. I am enjoying time with
that's the
family,
whole
with
essence of
friends.
free agency.
We want to be with family. We want to be with friends. We want to be on TV. We want to do everything that we want to do in music, in television, in film. There's plenty of
You make
opportunities
music
for
too?
us.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Never heard me sing, huh?
Oh, no
Wait.
way.
Frankie Valli in the
Frankie
fourth season
Valli, kid.
has
You
now
didn't see that
entered the
coming.
Do Say Friday podcast.
You ain't see
What
that
was-
coming.
I
You
did
better
not.
you better call your uncle on that with those bars right there.
Yeah, but homie's got
Some
Sherry Baby
octave-
in the back pocket at all times.
So you're gonna have so
if you ever
Enzo-
seen the Jersey Boys, bro,
So
this,
wait, so we know you also are very involved in music as well,
Yeah.
right? I know you have a couple. Phoenix,
I got a track that just debuted on Hot 97, which was bucket list for me. I mean, to do something like in the house that Biggie built, Hot 97. I freestyled bars. The first time I ever rapped for the world to hear was on Hot 97. Not many rappers can say that. And wrestling got me in that building. So thank you for the opportunity,
That's
right?
amazing. That's amazing.
And then the next time that my first ever single plays on radio is also Hot 97. That's Virgil. That's a new song that I just put out. So, I'm blessed right now to be doing what I want.
Enzo Amore, Big Cass on the hook, and Rel to do the A&R on that.
Ooh,
I think
I
that's
mean,
an
you know what I mean, bro?
Interesting combination of.
I'm down.
It's an interesting
We got
combination.
bars,
yeah,
bro.
Rel's got some
I know
tricks up his sleeve.
Rel's been not mean.
He's in his bag. Trust me.
Yeah,
He's
he's
in
got
his
the
bag.
A&R tip. To me, I'm always mind blown by the concept of an A&R because if you're a kid growing up, do you know that that's a job?
Some people don't know it's a job now as an adult.
It's the best job ever. Let me listen to music. Nah, this guy's fucking shit. Nah, this guy's fucking good. Get that guy a video. I'm gonna make some money.
All I know is that voice that Cass just broke out right there is.
Oh, it needs to be on record.
You need
So
to-
we're going to
yeah, we need to do
Chicago.
something with that.
We're going to Chicago this weekend. Me and Cass got a public appearance, and we're actually introducing a band, Muse. So Muse does big arena tours. They got
Play the Garden on Monday.
Just play at the Garden, bro.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so they do big.
Do we get tickets to that or?
If you're gonna be in Chi-Town, holla at me. You know what I mean?
So what
See
kind of
we can do.
music they play?
So Muse is a rock band, bro.
Rock.
Pop rock, and they've done things with they've remixed their music on tunes that I think are widely popular by Lupe Fiasco and whatnot, right? Is it maybe Lupe?
And the show goes on. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Oh,
So
ready.
tomorrow
the
you guys
show.
are flying to Chicago.
So
right?
we're flying to Chicago. We're gonna do a pop-up meet and greet at a bar. We're gonna be selling some merchandise, and also we're gonna introduce the band Muse at a private show in front of 300 people, which is gonna be awesome for us. So looking forward to that opportunity. Opportunities are coming. I think we're gonna be going to Houston real soon because me and Cass haven't been seen in the public eye until we showed up at Madison Square Garden. So the last time we were ever seen on screen together was a street fight in Brooklyn that Cass tore his ACL in.
Where was that on Rel? That was on Rel's block, right?
In Barclays Center, kid. Brooklyn, stand up.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah. So
And
how do
we got the new T-shirt right here, as you can see on
I
Cass.
can see you guys keep a PR guy behind you.
We do, always, bro.
I
So how do
We're
we-
in
how
our
do
bag
we-
too,
How
Rel.
do we get those T-shirts? Like not us personally, but the audience. How do they? Come on, Cass.
10 days. Only available.
Cass
How many
always
days,
points to you
Cash?
to talk.
How many cash days? How many cash? How many days? 10 days. The shirt's available for 10 days.
URL represent.com/NZOANDCAZ.
In an ADD world, let's just
Enzo and Kaz.
Let's just
Yes.
make it easy. Enzo and
Represent.com/Enzo and Kaz. All right. You know,
Kaz. I didn't even catch that. But
bottom line is these shirts are only available for 10 days. Super hot commodities. Super hot. Get them. They're not going to last. From my understanding, it's
obviously,
10-day
you
sale.
didn't even bring us two of them, so they must be real hot.
How about that
commodities.
shirt? You didn't get me one of them. I like
They're
that.
already sold
I
out.
might have to steal that Brick House, Waffle House, you know.
This is our new artist on Warehouse.
I love that
famous
shit.
Kid Brick.
Brick
Category
House?
5 coming soon.
Good.
Oh,
All right.
plug
Yeah,
it.
little
Yeah,
plug,
yeah,
little plug.
yeah.
Hey, Enzo.
Shout out my man Brick from
NZO.
Tampa.
Search it on
You're not
iTunes.
gonna shout out Bleak? That's fucked up.
Who's
Big
Bleak? Who
shout
is
out to
that?
Memphis Bleak
Yeah, Bleak-
for
so
having
Bleak-
us on the
so
Duce
just so you guys
podcast
know,
today. We're
just-
Rock is in the building.
Just so you guys know, I know you're a big Jay-Z fan.
Huge.
Bleak couldn't make it today because he has some business to attend to with television coming out soon. So stay tuned to that. He's got some things he's working on right now.
He ain't
I do
doing
believe
shit.
Well, without Rel's blessing, he ain't doing shit. But
I love it, yo. Well, it seems like everybody's got big shit popping and more for the music. We got to get this guy in the studio, so expect to hear
so
a
let
remix
me
soon.
ask this to Cass because he doesn't really talk that much. He's just the guy that.
Big guys
Hey,
don't
no,
talk
no,
much.
man.
It's for you little people.
The interview is the same as like real life. He just sits in the back ready to
And
pound
kick
somebody
people
out.
fucking face
yeah,
off.
kick
That's
their
what he
face
does.
Thank
off.
God.
Can you demonstrate on him, please? Yo,
Wait a
that would be
second.
classic.
He's
Please.
always been very cordial, man.
What do you think this table's made out of,
On
Cass?
every podcast, Rel wants me to get whooped. I still
this
don't
would
know
be good.
why.
Go through the
I still
table.
don't know why.
This is like a fucking
If
door.
we finish
This
the
thing.
second bottle of Douce, I might start talking shit and get thrown off the
You're gonna finish
off
it.
the roof. I might get
Hang
shook.
you off this
Yeah,
fucking
I
balcony
might
like
become
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice.
See,
Yeah.
that was my fucking. See, then I just posted that about legit the other day.
He
See?
did. He just posted. Rel has a white artist. He's dope. Legit. Right? Live. Is this?
Legit, just legit.
Isn't it live?
Oh, we signing white artists now?
Okay,
What's
yes.
going on,
No,
bro?
so Rel's has this.
You
new
know,
thing.
my own masters. So at this
Rel-
point, I'm up for
Rel's
sale.
claiming himself hashtag as the new death row.
I love that, dog.
Go by Big Shug.
Big Shug.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's what we need, dog. Well, if you
Ain't nothing but a Z thing. Look.
ain't nothing but a Z thing,
Come together.
baby.
Look.
Brian is your name, right?
Brandon,
Yeah,
Brandy
come on, man.
Mickles.
Some of the
Some with a B.
You show Brandy.
White guys all look the same. So Brandon, Brian, Tommy,
Bran-
Tommy Thomas, same shit.
Brandy's won an Oscar over here, okay? So Brandon Mickles, Oscar award winner. How you
I'll
doing?
never
Are you
forget
an
that name
actor?
again now.
He's a comedian, stand-up comedian extraordinaire.
So
Does a lot of shit, man. I don't roll with, you know what I mean?
so
Ain't nobody out here that's, you know what I mean?
Right here, so
I'm-
you don't
I'm-
wanna
I'm-
roll.
He might be a little, you know what I
I'm
mean? but-
definitely, you know what I mean, right now.
but-
I'm really
but-
a
I
nobody.
knew you looked familiar. When I saw y'all
So,
outside, I'm like,
if you've ever seen the
him
OJ documentary, the OJ doc, Big Brandy Mickles over here, won a
30
fucking
for 30,
Oscar.
five-part.
30
For
for
the-
30.
for that documentary?
Yeah.
Brandon
So-
Nichols, that's your
so
name?
how do
Yep,
you
I
f-
definitely
alright,
saw that
so-
name before.
Let me get into this. How do you feel about the whole Christopher Darden thing?
I mean, I've got my own theories. I've got wild theories like Cass and I.
Cass,
go
hand him the
on
mic.
about.
I just put you on the spot, but
I know. I'm like, we have our own. We got deep into it one night in the ride, right? First time we ever shared a car home together. I have my own theories. I have theories I don't talk about very, very publicly. I mean, you can elaborate, but
Yeah, I mean, I knew nothing about anything he was talking about. Like, I had, watched the FX with Cuba Gooding, and I watched the 30 for 30, and I thought I had it all down. And then he brought that to my perspective, which was that it was OJ's son, and I
And
had
who is
no
named?
idea
A lot
about
of
any of
people
this.
don't
Christopher
know that. A
Darden?
lot of people don't know that. So,
No,
so
Jason Brown.
the reason I
Jason Brown.
but the reason I bring up Christopher Darden is
Jason Simpson.
whatever. same
Jason
thing, but
Simpson.
Simpson. But the reason I bring it up is the whole Nipsey Hussle thing is rest in peace to Nipsey. Like I don't even want to talk about it because there's too many people trying to chase clout off of the man's name and rest in peace. Like if you want to support the whole situation, go buy his clothes, go buy, to Marathon store and download the app and buy the sweatshirt. You don't have to post it. Before he even, passed, people were already saying how he passed, why he passed. I don't even like to bring it up because to me it's disgusting, the whole situation itself.
Nipsey was
Let-
working on a doc too.
And
Right,
that is
right.
scary.
So
I've heard the
it's just-
conspiracy, and it's
in
scary.
the world now that we live in is, Rel and I were talking about it on the way here, is like, his repass and his whole, wake, people are already selling tickets that they got off of it. So I don't even want to talk about
It's
it. It's
unbelievable.
disgusting. Let the man rest in peace. Like,
Yeah,
we've all
please.
had somebody pass in our families or here or wherever, and it's the same thing. You just can't act like that. There's no room for that. In this world we live in now, it's disgusting. Social media has taken it to the wrong level with this, where everyone has a voice, unfortunately, and certain people should just shut up. So
Well said,
and I think what I gained from you guys was, can you bring something positive out of something so awful? You having your seizure, and then you guys reconnecting.
And I think that
It's
that is the
dope.
most important thing for me and Big Cass is that we do have this opportunity of a lifetime as we are guinea pigs in this operation, so to say, in free agency. Because what we're trying to do is still promote positive messages to still ignite thought and free thought in the youth. And now we're off script, bro. Like the T-shirt says, like we are not scripted, and the opportunity and onus is on us to reach out to our fans, and whether it be comedy, whether it be through positivity, one way or another. We want to still reach our fans. We have a voice. It's important to us to be vocal and to speak out against injustices and to say things that other people are afraid to say.
Right.
And beyond that, we're going to bring the edge back to pro wrestling that it's been missing. The stuff that we grew up on, Rel, that you love. The Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Rock DX, the Edge. We walked out of Madison Square Garden with our middle fingers in the air, dog. And that shit was trending #1 worldwide. That is a picture of infamy that I was looking around the other day wondering where my grandkids were. I'm like, yo, where are my I want to tell my grandkids about this. I mean, this shit is the stuff of
Yeah,
legend.
when you have Derek Jeter saluting you and you're out trending March Madness, man, that's
It's just, it's insanity to have the opportunity. Now what we do from here, you know what I mean? And that's the thing is we want to promote positivity, but at the same time, if you're a hater, bro, it's understand, like, don't mince real life and fake life. Okay, do not.
And like you're saying, positivity, negativity. So like when I had the seizure, like a lot of people from wrestling, a lot of people in my life reach out positively. A lot of people on Twitter reach out very positively. But then there were people that would say stupid shit like, yeah, you should have died. I wish you would have died right there on that floor.
Until their own mother or father die.
Yeah.
You know, and
until their own niece and nephew die.
And fuck them. Like,
you know, and
that's all I got to say. Like,
just,
if you're going to take something like that and say, yeah, I wish you were dead, well, fuck you. I'm going to come back even stronger, even better than ever, and I'm going to shove it in your face.
I think Rel will attest to it. Those are the guys that sit in their parents' basement.
Absolutely.
And they have Twitter fingers.
Yeah, exactly.
They ain't going to say that
if you,
shit to my face.
the way we say it is if you Z something, say something, dog. That's free agency, man.
If Cass wanted to choke me, the toughest thing I could say back is for how long? Because I don't have all day. I'm busy doing shit.
I go fight back.
Yeah, I don't
I'll
think
say
it's
this.
gonna work.
I'll say this. After that experience, let me tell you something. I came face to face with death in front of a lot of people.
Right.
Once you come face to face with death, I could have died. I ain't scared of death. I ain't scared. Once you're not scared of death, you're not scared of fuck all.
Right.
So there ain't nothing that could scare me. No man, no woman, no child. Nothing in the world can scare me after what I went through in December at that house I work on.
No, we got nothing.
So you bring your best. You know,
we got nothing left to lose. We got nothing left to lose and nothing left to prove, bro. We are exactly who we say we are.
Nah, that's
We're the
super
realest
cool.
in a room,
That's
dog.
super cool.
I don't talk about people behind their back. I say things to their face. If you want to
Smack talking Skywalker.
Smack talking Skywalker, dog, with a 7-foot microphone lightsaber for a hater over here. So, you know, I'm in my mind.
How do you come up with this shit? Yo, you know what's funny? I would love for him and Bleak to go back and forth. Bleak has these same little lines that he say that no one understands.
So
Little
Bleak will be
zingy.
Bleak will be great to walk you guys in the ring, man. Maybe.
Oh,
like,
baby.
Yeah.
Well, a little anthem, a little
Yeah.
music
I
made
think
or
that
something.
would
'Cause
work.
we ain't
I think
got.
that would work.
Hey, that entrance music is undeveloped right now. We'll see what happens.
I want to be a part of that.
I think.
We might need a little Roc Nation blessing on that
Rel could get Bleak-
entrance music.
I think Rel could get Bleak out of the studio. I mean, into the studio rather.
Bleak is in the studio.
and out of
he
retirement.
texted me and asked me for beats the other day.
I think we in the 201 too, making
so,
some music.
So
here.
could we on your next wrestling event have Bleak
We
walk you
could,
guys
baby.
in?
Absolutely. The possibilities are endless. We're our own boss. You're talking to the guys you need to negotiate with.
Wow.
All right?
So-
Cut the middleman out. Michael Myers, hedge clip it.
Something interesting
Out
to
of
think
there.
about, man. Something interesting to think about. But thanks for you guys both coming together, because the whole reason we wanted to do the podcast was to see you guys together, working together again, and bring some
growth.
Absolutely,
positivity
bro.
Looking for the
into
growth.
a whole world of negative shit. Everything is negative. This guy
No,
has a
so that's the
seizure.
thing that I got to say,
People-
man. We have a message that I want to promote, and that is, the distance between dreams and reality is action, okay? And I'm a
say
guy.
that again, say that
the
again.
distance between dreams and reality is action. And in order to make your dreams become a reality, you need to take action. And the onus is on you and no one else. So stop pointing fingers, okay? If you want to be somebody, the only one who's stopping you is the guy in the mirror. Go out there and be somebody. When I started this fucking pipe dream, when people looked at me and laughed and told me you're never gonna make it at 5'10", $185, this fucking guy over here is 7 foot tall, and everybody looked at him and said, "You should be this, you should be that." You know what he is? He is himself. The first few syllables of beautiful are be a you, and that's what we got to do is be ourselves, bro. I am the best version of me, and that's all I could be. All I could be is the best version of me. And all Cass could be is the best version of themselves. And that's what makes us real. People feel when you're real. When you're genuine, you're bound to fucking win.
I could go out there all day and, the stereotypical 7-footer, I could be fee fi fo fum. Oh, man, I'll just beat guys to death.
I know a lot of
Nah.
7-foot stiffs that can't dunk a basketball. Or
Well, I
can't,
can dunk a
can't
basketball,
pivot
but,
and
like,
shoot and.
Yeah,
Respect, man.
I have other gifts besides my height. I'm fucking
Yeah, your
charismatic.
voice.
I can sing. I can do it all, baby.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
I don't want-
Triple threats.
I don't want to go out
Somebody
there
was
and just
trying.
be a big giant that just kills people. I can be me.
I've
to be
seen
on,
him
like,
dance.
opera.
I've seen
Somebody
him
Yeah,
signed
opera
dance.
singer.
Somebody
I've seen him
signed this
dance.
guy.
You want to make money in music? Don't work with musicians. Work with wrestlers.
How you doing?
Dudes.
Hardest
I'm
working
blown
dudes, and
away
that's
by
another
this,
thing.
man.
If-
Brandon, I
If
don't
you
even
know,
I'm
if you
blown
know
away.
that The Roc is filming 2 movies at one time, why? Because he came off the road of a 300 days out of the year schedule that had him on the road every night in a different city,
so
dog,
explain
and
that.
driving your own rental car, paying for your own hotel rooms. We're not complaining about those things. It was a great and beautiful life, and it was insane. And like
It's
that
not
John
as easy as
Oliver
everyone
interview
thinks it
came
is.
out, it paid, it painted a picture, okay,
How many
about
days a year you
what
guys
it's like
work?
to be in that world.
300.
365.
Yeah.
'Cause I just
You know,
heard-
and-
how many
and-
days a year do you guys?
So like you get so you're on the road technically 4 shows a week, but when we first got called up, it was 5 days a week because we had Raw and SmackDown. But when you get home on say we SmackDown and then fly home Wednesday, that's not a day off because like you're recovering from the road, and then Thursday. That shit ain't a day off either. You got to go to the gym. You got to keep yourself in shape. And guess what? You got to wake up at 3 a.m. the next morning to get on a flight because you got a show on Friday. So it's like there's no days off and there's no
nothing.
off season.
And
Man.
so that's why I'm saying I'm not complaining about the work I put in because the work I
No.
put in made me who I was. And some people work an even lighter schedule than that
I don't think
and make
people
more money
realize-
than us.
I don't
I'm
think
not
people realize
complaining.
the day in and day out grind you guys go through.
It's the
I think they
craziest
just think you
grind in
show
all
up
of entertainment.
and hang out.
And-
Easy is be selective.
Be
How
selective.
much you work.
How many days you work, how many matches you have. Get what you're worth. That is what we want. And we don't just want it for ourselves. I think the selfishness that people, the misconceived and preconceived notion is that me and Cass go into business for ourselves. It's like, no, I want other people to eat, bro. And that means the people who do what I do. When I was in the WWE, I was the first guy to get a sneaker deal where I would have Monday Night Sneaker Watch and take over Champ Sports social media, and they would pay me X amount of dollars, a 5-figure number, to take over their Snapchat, right? And I would debut sneakers to the world and wear them on TV. When I got fired, they kept that deal in place. And all the other wrestlers that are there now are eating off of that plate. And they've created one-off brands and collabs with Fila's and sneakers and merchandise that would have never had happened if it wasn't for me and Cass doing some outside-the-box niche
But see, the
stuff that I did.
The truth always comes out. So I think
Yeah, if
I
you
think
want the
everybody
boys
knows-
to eat, and it's like when I was the Cruiserweight champ on 205 Live, we took the Cruiserweights for the first ever tour, and I marquee headlined, main evented those Cruiserweights on 205 Live's tour, right? But the thing is on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, those Cruiserweights are sitting at home. They're not booked. They're only coming to TV, so they're not making money unless they wrestle. When we went on tour, they're making money on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Now those guys in the locker room are looking at me like, thank you. We are on the tour, and now you see that while I might be the star of this thing, I'm not selfish. All of us are eating because of the fruits of our labor.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
I think
and it's a
that's-
collective
I think
effort.
it's
It's not one
important
guy.
that,
Those
like,
guys were stars, but I provided something that was a little different that allowed those guys to really shine.
Well, you said you flew all your friends out from high school.
Oh,
to,
hell
to
yeah.
certain events, and now like you guys are obviously.
I lived with my homies from high school in the hills, bro, and we had the time of our lives.
I mean, you and Cass experienced a lot of fame.
Quickly and quicker than
Right.
anybody ever in the history
Right,
of our
so-
business.
so-
And we had no idea what the hell was going on. I mean, we were living it for the first time, bro. When we go to a city or a country or a place for the first time, Cass, I mean, we were there to have a good
You
time.
guys were roommates, right, for a while?
Yeah, we lived together for like 3 years, 2 years in Orlando when we first got to Orlando.
Oh, so that's Bleak country. Bleak's out there.
Yeah.
That's where the training facility
Yeah,
is. If you
Bleak's-
didn't know
We
that,
had many good nights
In
at Wall
Orlando?
Street.
Wait, how do you know that?
because I watched Divas and all that shit. He was
So-
on it.
so-
He was on it.
Wait, Diva? You were on a show called
Well,
Divas.
he was dating someone that was on it.
I was on Total Divas.
Yeah.
Wait,
Total Divas is a
elaborate.
WWE
reality show.
Because I feel like if I called you a total
For the
diva, you'd
females.
throw me out the window. Right?
We all make mistakes. Fucking
I'm
God.
not even gonna go there, but Rel is
Total
a,
Divas is a reality show for the female wrestlers, and he was dating one of them.
so like
he was on
Ronda
the show.
Rousey is on
Not
that.
her.
I don't even know who
You called Ronda Rousey a diva, did you?
Well,
Say it to her face.
Not you, if you watch the
But people
movie
like Ronda
Entourage,
Rousey, not her
she beat
personally.
Turtle up pretty bad.
Yes.
My nickname's Turtle. I pick him up at the airport. Today I'm Turtle. I picked him at the airport, him and his girl.
Oh.
And yeah, I'm Turtle, so I want no smoke with Ronda Rousey at all.
No smoke.
Nah, not at all.
I pick, you know,
She a badass.
If your
Yeah,
name wasn't
0,
Turtle,
0,
you still
0.
wouldn't want no smoke.
Rowdy Ronda
speaking
Rousey,
of smoke,
man.
bro, I did a promo with 50 Cent calling out Michael B. Jordan because I don't think he wants to smoke with me on the silver screen, dog. You put me in a Creed
Wait, you
movie.
wanna fight Apollo
I would
Creed's
be
son?
I would be no. Make me Tommy Gunn's son,
Wait,
and I will
so
fucking
Cass-
whoop Creed's
so
ass
Cass-
off that silver
Cass,
screen, dog.
Wait, Let me get Cass's opinion on this. So I said, would you wrestle anybody? And now he's going after Apollo Creed's son.
He wants to box him.
And you know what I said?
Rocky.
You know what I said to Apollo
you guys
Creed?
really meant what
when
you
I called
said.
out Adonis, I said this.
So Enzo,
the best
hold on
fight
for a
was.
Let
second.
Cass
The
talk
question
for
was
once,
directed
Enzo.
towards me. Is
Let
that all
Cass
right?
talk for once.
So I'll say this.
He said 8
like,
words.
Like he just did. He'll just keep going. Look, when you got a best friend like that, he's gonna talk all the shit he wants. Whoever he calls out, maybe a mistake, maybe not, but I gotta back him up no matter
He gonna
what.
tell
So he's
him
got
about
me
it
in his
later.
corner.
That's a
no
real
matter
G
what.
Let me
shit.
ask you a question. How come Rel, when I talk shit, won't back me up?
You know what my
He said
favorite
real
was?
friends.
You guys, you remember the
We are
Adrian?
not real friends.
You remember the Adrian Broner press
re-examine
conference? There was
my-
an Adrian Broner press
gotta-
conference like a month ago where the guy asked Adrian Broner a question and he wouldn't answer. He's like, I don't fucking talk to you. You talk shit, dog. Shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
yeah.
I gotta re-examine my
He tried to talk to his
relationship
homie.
over here,
He was like, oh, well, I'll ask your friend then or whatever. And Adrian Broner was like, he ain't talking to you neither. That's my fucking dog.
Yeah,
and his homie was like, yeah, bitch. And I was like,
That's
Oh,
not
man,
us.
some hot
We're
shit.
not there.
Yeah, we're not there
We're
yet.
not
Like,
there.
so how do we?
Ain't no yet.
How do we? Yeah, there's always.
We're
a
not
yet.
gonna get there.
I believe I could fly.
You know,
Okay,
well,
R.
here's
Kelly.
what it might take. One of
Kells.
you guys might need to get your ass kicked by another guy, and then the other guy saves him, and then when you're getting your ass kicked, you choke the other guy out,
So
and then
you guys
it goes viral.
So you guys know, I came close because I actually one of the podcasts like 3 weeks ago, I stole Rel's wallet inadvertently.
So you not.
We
wait,
have the same
So
wallet.
you didn't steal it then?
Well, inadvertently, I didn't mean to, but he took
No,
it that
you
way.
stole it, motherfucker.
His girl's laughing.
On Valentine's Day,
On
by the way.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, we got
So
excuses.
we got a interesting story. to
Went
tell
to
you.
Where are
dinner.
my roses?
This is how.
Talk
Went
to
to dinner
Puzo.
and
This
have
is how-
no
this
money
is
to
how-
pay.
Yeah, this is how fights are start. We have the exact same wallet because he wants to be like me.
Right.
So I happen to, by
my dream.
mistake, grab his wallet on Valentine's Day. and
But
think
then
it
realized his
mine.
was in his pocket.
And then I knew that I made the mistake. He hit me like,
Don't
did you
keep
see
it
it?
thin wallets. You can have 2 in a pocket. No,
Listen,
Yeah, what's
skinny
going on?
jeans
It's
and
a card
thin
wallet.
wallets.
That shit is
okay,
thick.
good.
Skinny jeans and thin wallets are in
No,
there,
no.
apparently.
Speaking of wallets,
So what happened here? So how did this? all
No,
get
he
settled?
found out he
so
had my
she paid for her own roses and her own dinner, huh?
some bullshit. See? Thanks,
I
Puzo.
just wanted.
Yo,
his-
speaking
I
of
wanted
wallets,
his
I just want to
lovely
show you
lady-
guys something real quick. Check out that signature. I really did that.
That's a penis.
I drew a penis on my license for a
Yes,
signature.
the fuck he did.
Yes, I did, dog.
Wait a second.
But it
He
gets
really
better
drew a penis.
because
Brandon,
before
you
I was in
allowed
New
this?
Jersey, I was in Delaware and I did it too.
He got it on.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. To kind of
Yo,
close this
put this
thing
on the
down,
camera, please.
To kind of close this thing
Hey,
down.
block these numbers out,
My
motherfucker.
guy-
Blur that
Block
shit.
the numbers
What's your
out,
last
but
name?
put the fucking penis signature on there.
So Brandon has the hardest job in all of entertainment to control you two.
Yeah.
Because when you sign your license as a dick,
Giant dip of tobacco in my mouth.
it's just a middle finger in the air to everybody. I'm blown away.
But
by
when the
this.
police pull
Shouldn't
me
say
over,
blonde.
I
yeah,
usually
I
don't
shouldn't
have to.
You shouldn't say
Pause.
I'm
talk
good
about
at
it.
Jersey, dog. I don't even have to
Pause.
show ID. I'm
Pause.
Jay-Z over there, bro.
Pause.
No ID, dog. No ID. I'm a certified G.
I feel really bad for Brandon.
You ask him, Puzo, you saw me at Pier 115, Jersey.
That's how we
Did I
met,
seem
yes.
like I needed ID there that night?
All right, so let me tell
You know, I don't need ID, bro, in Jersey.
Let me tell
Get
Cass
pulled
the
over by
story.
the cops, I end up having photo ops.
Enzo, let me tell this story. So, Rel, the reason I know, obviously, Rel's a huge wrestling guy. I'm in Pier 115. Shout out my guy, A-Mac, who runs the joint. And they're like, there's this guy here. He's a wrestling champion, you know.
Tell them what everybody was wearing, though, and what I was
So
wearing.
he rolls in, Cass, with pink sweats and just a T-shirt.
Now, I was wearing a high school football jersey and a
And
pair of
Wa-
peach sweatpants.
A
about right.
Waldwick High School.
Waldwick High School football jersey.
So I had to ask him who the fuck are you, bro? Like, what is?
Everybody's wearing
Soon
suits
as-
and ties.
soon as he
I didn't
said-
go there to party.
As soon as he said wrestling, don't take the mic away from him. That's what makes him great. That's what makes Enzo great. But as soon as he said wrestling, I thought Rel Carter in my head. I'm like, I gotta tell Rel, I met Enzo Amore, and Rel's like, oh hell yeah, bring him on the podcast.
I don't speak like that.
Well, that's a white guy thing. he just said, I'm a big fan
He
of
sat back
Cass
like,
and
hell
That's a
yeah.
better impression. Right?
No, bro, what like that?
Yeah. But
Hell yeah.
I was excited, and then it just so turned out that we have the same circle of people and friends and everything.
No, I played sports with your cousin growing up.
Right.
The odds of that are slim
Super
to none.
facts.
That's fucking
Super
crazy.
Super facts.
Dougie Egan, number 11, Walden High School quarterback. How you doing?
I think before we close this episode down, and thank you guys very much, can we do a charity wrestling match? Rel Carter, Tom Puzo versus Big Cass and Enzo Amore.
No, it's gonna be a fucking handicap match.
I'm ready to.
Hey, me and Cass just won a handicap match.
It's gonna be
We
us
just
three
won a
versus
handicap
you.
I
fight.
just think it
That
would be
wasn't a
great
match. That
because-
was a fight, dog.
because
It's gonna be us three versus you.
Here's the analogy, right? Here's the analogy.
I'm a part of free agency.
I love talking shit, but only difference between me and you is, I really can't back it up. But I can
I'm the
talk.
best at talking shit and bagging it up.
Yeah, Cardi B did
Cardi
not.
B?
There's a reason.
For Cass's new Twitter handles and all that, he's got all new socials.
Wait.
Oh, we
so
got
hold
new
on.
socials at
Cass,
Real.
Hold on, let me set him up. Everyone be quiet. Cass said like 13 words on the podcast. So did Rel. The biggest guys never talk. So
Thug life.
let's
Love
Certified
that.
G.
Tell him Thug Life was
let
the reason
Cass
for
say
this.
his 15th, 16th, 17th word, and whatever you're saying, I guarantee you everybody's listening.
Is that
Let
right?
us know what.
Everybody's
Yeah,
listening?
no doubt. Let us know
Well, I'll
what
tell
it
you
is.
this. New Instagram handle, not there because Instagram wouldn't let me change my handle because I was verified, so deleted that. Twitter, I'm the THE Kaz, CAZXL. That's me. And me and Enzo.
Yeah, we got a
gonna
new
be-
T-shirt for Kaz too on therealoneshop.com. It's a big gold condom wrapper with an XL over it, and all the proceeds go to him. So
This is true.
Wait.
check
say-
that one out.
Say it one more time, bro, because I don't think.
This is Real One and XL, dog. Enzo and Kaz XL.
I didn't ask you.
All
I
right,
asked
motherfucker.
him.
So we have our tag team T-shirts on realoneshop.com, and then we got my T-shirt, which is just a black T-shirt with a gold condom wrapper that says XL. Because everyone knows the gold means
They design everything.
Gold
There you
members,
Wait,
kid.
so you guys designed.
Gold members.
Puzo don't know what that is. Puzo's confused.
That's
Who's
Austin
confused?
Powers, gold member.
no, what? He said Austin Powers. Did
Yeah,
you-
gold member. Yeah.
All right, Austin
Beyonce was
Powers,
in that.
exactly,
No.
bro.
Shout out
No.
Beyonce. Yeah, that's what you mean.
You cannot be this.
On that note, the champions are in the building. The next step, it's unknown. Thank you guys for coming, man. For real.
Thank you for having
Rel,
me.
close us out.
What?
Close us out.
What's the closeout?
I don't know. You say it.
No. What? Close
Give us a
out.
slogan, like some kind of.
I just gave. I said close out.
Is Rel Carter? No.
No.
Certified G.
You fucked it up.
Bonafide stud.
Hey, listen, we still certified, we still bona fide, we still the realest in a roll.
heard?
Bada boom. Free Agent Z is in the house. We got 4 words concerning you and us, and that's fuck you, pay us.
You Say Friday podcast. We out.
Start your weekend off with the Say Mafia.